Anyone like to support the injured jockeys? They've got a nice range of gifts for Christmas in the food and drink tent. Please go along and support them, the Injured Jockey Fund. Thank you. Number 1, FDS with its headlights on, you may not get home.
So runners and riders now beginning to leave the paddock for our second race. It is the Ladies of the Hunt Black Forest Club members race. And one that went to post early was number 1, Brackenwood, the man of Liam Trott, dark green with the emerald chevrons, royal blue sleeves, emerald spots, carrying a checked cap. First one to leave the paddock now is number 9, Manila Theatre, the man of Victoria Pendleton, and her colours are red with a yellow cap. Just coming onto the course now. Then follows Pasternak Jack, number 11 on the race card, man of Heidi Lewis, pink with the pink epaulets, pink sleeves, purple armlets, quartered cap. Then follows number 6, Heaven's Town, the man of Richard Patrick, green with the white crossbelts, red, white and green striped sleeves with the red and white striped cap. Just filing onto the course now is number 3, Different Trades, the man of Hannah Holstead, emerald green with a black diamond, emerald green cap, black diamond on the sleeves and cap. Then we've got Jipek, number 7, the man of Jamie Thomas, royal blue with the yellow sash, royal blue sleeves, red hoops, royal blue and yellow quartered cap. Then number 13, Sombre Tresor, the man of Thomas Hawke, black and white halves, red cap, carrying a white hoop on the cap. Filing then back to number 4, Dr. Henry, the man of Bronwyn Buttery, purple with the light blue chevrons and armlets, carries a striped cap. And the last one to leave the paddock is number 12, Premier Portrait, the man of Gus Levinson, light blue beige sleeves with a light blue cap. That is your 9 runners and riders going to post for our second race of the afternoon. It is very kindly sponsored by the Ladies of the Hunt, and it's a race over 3 miles. So Liam Trott's now back in the plate. 9 of them. And the first start over fences for Victoria Pendleton. Her horse Manila Theatre's just been playing up at the start a little bit, looking a bit mulish. Not going to make it easy for her. And her first ride. The other one having his first ride is young Thomas Hawke, 16-year-old on Sombre Tresor. We wish them both well. So 9 of them going to turn in. Looks like the starter's ready. His flag's raised, calling them in and away, and a good clear break as they head towards the first of 19 fences and 3 miles. Manila Theatre settled in mid-division. You spot her with the bright red colours and the yellow cap as they head towards the first. And it's young Gus Livingston who took off and landed in front on Premier Portrait in those light blue colours with a fractional advantage. Sombre Tresor now has come through to also join issue over the next. Manila Theatre handy in the early stages, getting a good sight up on their outside. It's a much steadier pace than the frenetic pace that was set in the first. So steady away as they drop behind us. Then Premier Portrait, Pasnak Jack up the inside. Heavenstown is in the middle of 3, and on the outside of them is Sombre Tresor. Just in behind them is another line of 3, and on the outside is Manila Theatre, then Dr. Henry, and different trades up the inside. Japek, the favourite, is back in 8th position, just going the shortest way round, and the back marker in the early stages is Brackenwood and young Liam Trott. So away from us they go for the first time. Long way to go. Gus Livingston just had to kick Premier Portrait into that and just held a fractional advantage. Heidi Lewis on Pasternak Jack going up her inside. Richard Patrick on Heavenstown is on his inside. They're now nearly a line of 3. The line of 3 fences up this side of the course then. Sombre Tresor is back out on 4th. Manila Theatre's now back in about 8th position and just had to be ridden along after that plain fence. The ditch is next for them, and about 15 lengths between first and last in the early stages. Pace just increased now. Pasnak Jack over the ditch in front, all over that one safely. Still Brackenwood is the tail end Charlie at the back of the field. Next plain one they come to, and the leaders are all over it safely. Premier Portrait's just been overtaken now. Pasnak Jack's dropped back as also as the leaders begin to kick on. Premier Portrait's now back for more up on the outside. Japek's making good ground as they now cross the top of the course in these early stages, looking for Manila Theatre. She's dropped back to nearly last position in the early stages now. Brackenwood's nearly joined issue with her, as with different trades only just in front of them. On towards the next now. Dr. Henry is the leader by about half a length under Bronwyn Buttery. Then Premier Portrait and Heavenstown, 1, 2 and 3. These have opened up about a 3-length gap then to the 4th horse, who's Japek, who's just moved well up on the inside. Sombre Tresor is up on the wide outside, and the meat and the sandwich of those two is Pasnak Jack. They're the front 6, and then you've got this 15-length gap then back to different trades, Brackenwood and then Manila Theatre. So down the hill they come. They've completed 1 circuit and 1.5 left as they next plain fence, and over at Heavenstown, Richard Patrick stood off, jumped it really well from Premier Portrait on the inside. On towards the next plain one. Again, Heavenstown runs down it a little bit but jumps it well. Now he's opened up by 4, 5, 6 lengths the lead. Premier Portrait still 2nd. Sombre Tresor's made a bit of ground up into 3rd. On his inside then is Dr. Henry. On their inside is Japek, still travels well for Jamie Thomas. This will be the last in the circuit's time, and Heavenstown was spring-heeled at it. Japek moves well through, and we've got Sombre Tresor, Thomas Hawke, down on the floor on his first ride. Watching him, horses run away all right. Hopefully he's okay. Manila Theatre jumped it, but is now detached at the back of the main group under Victoria Pendleton. The leader, meanwhile, Heavenstown, is away by 12 lengths now. Japek has moved through into 2nd. No panic button being pressed by Jamie Thomas on him just yet. Premier Portrait still there in 3rd. Dr. Henry 4. Pasternak Jack beginning to beat a retreat now, back in 5. Brackenwood is hard pushed and labouring right at the back as with different trades, and then a long gap then back to Manila Theatre. Meanwhile, leaders already over the next, but he's just beginning to come back to them now, Heavenstown. The next fence for him is the ditch. And it's Richard Patrick then and Heavenstown. The gap is about 7 or 8 lengths. He got over the ditch well. Japek then in second for Jamie Thomas. Premier Portrait and still Dr. Henry. 2, 3 and 4. Long gap then back to Pasternak Jack. Manila Theatre still goes and has just cleared the ditch. Meanwhile, the leaders are over the next plain fence. So Heavenstown, who's been in front for quite a long time now, is only about 4 clear. Japek, Jamie Thomas just stealed a peep over his shoulder to see who was behind him. He probably thinks he's got the leader cooked here, but he's about 4 or 5 lengths behind. Premier Portrait, Gus Levinson still there in third, as is Bronwyn Buttery and Dr. Henry in 4. These 4 pretty much got it between them. At the top of the hill then, over that one, Japek jumped it well and landed within about a length and a half of the lead, and now goes up the inside. So Japek is about to take over the lead here on the inside of this long-time leader, Heavenstown. On the downhill stretch, 3 lengths then back to Premier Portrait and then Dr. Henry as they head downhill. Primella Theatre still continues way back in the field. Down the hill they come then. Japek by a fractional advantage. Heavenstown finds a bit more on the run to the third from home. Premier Portrait's not beat yet either. He's having to get pretty serious with this favourite Japek. He's over the third last clear of Heavenstown. Premier Portrait still bang there. Looks like he could be the big danger. Down towards the second last. Here's Japek now. Needs a good one. He's a bit steady at it. Premier Portrait beginning to reel him in here. And Dr. Henry also beginning to close the gap. They're very tired on the turn for home then. Japek with the inside run, but Premier Portrait and Gus Levinson beginning to reel him in, and he overtakes Japek on the turn. Dr. Henry coming at them as well at the final fence then. Premier Portrait stands off, jumps it well. Dr. Henry a good jump. Tired one from Japek on the run to the line, and it's Premier Portrait kicked out. It's going to hold them all, and Premier Portrait goes on to win for young Gus Levinson. Back in second then is Dr. Henry. Japek back in third. Heavenstown, the long-time leader, is fourth. Looking back, Manila Theatre was pulled up.
Connection of Tony Nash on the course, can you please come to the center, please? Any connection of Tony Nash? Thank you. What will you be doing next? Take charge, send on the split charge, number 8. Take on the driver for road 3. Course to the one, please. Premier Portrait. It looks like the Levison family. This is the Black Forest numbers race. We've got Pat Eldridge and Megan. Mrs. Scully and Mrs. Creed also making presentations.
Have you got anybody on the horse?
Have we got jockey or any
Associates with our horse, please, but you can't give away silverware.
The Levison family will call you. We want to see one. Yes, the ladies done all the silverware for you.
Well done. Exactly after your start, if you like on the floor. Right, if you could guys look at me, please.
So we got
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And they're picking up the Joe Poker Memorial Trophy. The post, which hasn't been quite decided at the minute.